So today, Kanye West, Ye, who is dealing with mental challenges in his own right, said some disturbing things about the mental well-being of Beyonce and Jay-Z's children. If I'm gonna play the whole tape, you can't expect to amass billions of dollars and not have people say damning or questionable things about you. Some could argue that it's your karma. It comes with the territory. It's par for the course. But my question is this, because it brought something up for me. What history has told us the system believes about people who look like me, people who are melanin rich. At one time, we were viewed as 3/5 of a person. We were not even viewed as human. And so I understand what has been ingrained in society by the people who have, for the most part, had the political power and the religious power in this country. What I don't understand is, with that being the history and the culture for the most part, is why people who look like me or people who are direct ancestors to me would call each other's offspring slow, mentally ill. Like, why is that a go-to? When those who are functioning at supposed high levels are the biggest instruments of oppression in this country. They're supporting the infrastructures. They're helping to create the laws and the policies. You're a Christian woman, and you're praying that men will stay out of your affairs and let you have your bodily autonomy. And you're praying that prayer to your Father. Let that sink in. You're a heterosexual man who thinks that homosexual men are going to hell and that God is not pleased with them. Yet you've removed your mother from the Trinity and you pray to a man in heaven. You love that man, but you're against homosexuality. Let that sink in. Truly, none of us are in the space to talk about delusion or mental illness. These are all very real thought processes that impact our people as a whole, and they support the very institutions and religions that continue to strip us of our sovereignty and our autonomy. So really, who is in a position to talk? Who? To question somebody else's mental health. Name a position that you could have in a country that has only had one biracial president. Mind you, that president's direct ancestry were not impacted by the American slave trade. His father, Kenyan, and his mother was Caucasian. We are a people who were said to have built this country. Still, we have not had any representation as it regards descendants of the American slave trade, the ones who actually had skin in this game. What have we contributed to society that has gained reparations for our ancestors, that has gained opportunities that have made it so that more of our ancestors could be represented in a government that actually reflects them and not just those of them who are able to perform in a way that's palatable to the status quo. The ones who are winning are only winning because they're performing. Who is in a position to really question someone's mental health? Because the most mentally sound person is probably one of the biggest tokens and the biggest accessories to the fact of everything that's been happening to people like us who have been disenfranchised as far as equity goes, as far as equality goes. Yeah. Why are people who literally living from paycheck to paycheck or so much a slave? You have the money, but you so much a slave to the institution in order to keep that wealth. You got to be quiet when you should be talking the most. Who really has the room to be talking about somebody's children? I know we get stressed out and we get aggravated with one another, but that should never be where we go, because we know that this DNA is holding a lot of trauma. And we know that that trauma is going to manifest in many different type of ways. And the crazy thing is, Kanye is like the pot calling the tea kettle black. You fight demons every day. You've suffered in your mind for your wealth. If that was true about their children, to whom much is given, much is required. It's a balance. And we should never make light of that. I just don't understand why a people who have experienced so much oppression, repression, suppression, and depression would feel comfortable talking about the mental health of someone else. Let me stop lying. I do understand. Hurt people hurt people. I just wish we would stop. I'll say in a joking way, that bitch crazy. But let's be clear. I know that I'm touched also. I know that I'm dealing with things also. And so I'm hoping that when some of you are saying that about each other, I hope you remember that you ain't wrapped too tight yourself in everybody's eyes. Some people are probably side-eyeing your choices and the way that you process information. So not too much. I felt like I needed to say that. Y'all have a good one. Take care. Love y'all. Lay Lim Lay Lur Nation. Purple ones. Rise.